After last week's disappointment against Aston Villa and the Champions League exit, it's been a great response from Arsenal. Back-to-back wins, moving them 3 points clear of Liverpool and a further point ahead of Manchester City, though both of Arsenal's title rivals have games in hand. Liverpool play their game in hand tonight against Everton, with City facing Brighton tomorrow. Another big game for Arsenal this weekend, North London derby, and Mikel Arteta is pleased the fans can keep believing.
That's what we're here for. I think they have to feel that that this team is capable of representing the club in the best possible way. I think they feel it. They see the effort. They see the quality, and our job is to make sure that they have fun, enjoy, and together we can win things. Great for us, obviously, for the confidence, for the belief that we can do it, that we can come to these stages against big teams, and we can perform and win games the way we've done it tonight. So enjoy it, and then it's back to work tomorrow, because we have a big one on Sunday, and we're going to have to prepare really well to try to beat them.
Meanwhile, for Chelsea, it was a devastating come-down from their spirited display against Manchester City in the FA Cup over the weekend, with Mauricio Pochettino's side now having conceded more Premier League goals than any other Chelsea side in Premier League history.
After the game, however, Pochettino refused to throw his players under the bus, insisting that his inexperienced squad are up against incredibly testing circumstances.
I think we cannot blame the players. I'm not going to blame the player. Are the circumstances that are bigger than the performance of the player? I think we cannot blame young guys that came here and after suffering some circumstance, the team, you need to come here and to fight against a team that is preparing to win the Premier League. That is why, be careful. We cannot, be unfair with our player. It's true that we are disappointed with the performance, but I'm not going to use a word that is not fair to describe, our team, our player, our squad.
Well, I'm now joined by our reporter, Mark McAdam, who's going to help us pick through what a big result that was in the Premier League last night. Mark, another big victory for Arteta's team. Kai Havertz at the centre of it all with his 2 goals. What a revelation he's been for Arsenal. What do you think has been the key to that?
Yeah, he's been absolutely superb. It was one of those transfers that happened really early on in the window, and it raised a few eyebrows when Mikel Arteta and Edu, who have been talking about this process and this plan, went to target Kai Havertz at Chelsea for around £60 million. It was a big investment very early on in the window, but what it said to the Arsenal fans and to us in the media was there was a clear plan for Kai Havertz. They knew what they were getting, they knew what they wanted, and they believed he could have a real impact in North London at this Arsenal side. And we're really starting to see that now this season. He scored 7 goals in his last 10 Premier League appearances. That's 16 goal contributions in all competitions for Arsenal this season. And he is one of a core part of that Arsenal group. And let's look at the situation with regards to Mikel Arteta and the players that are important to him. And you can see from this graphic the 7 key players for Arsenal this season. And right out in front, Kai Havertz, along with Declan Rice and Ben White, have made 47 appearances in the 48 games that Arsenal have played in all competitions this season, if you include the Community Shield. So you can see there's 2 things from that. Not only is Kai Havertz hugely important for Mikel Arteta, but he has been very lucky with the backbone, the spine, the key members of his squad that have all been largely fit and available to play the games. That is hugely significant. And that's one of the reasons why Arsenal are challenging for the Premier League title, because, you look at the important players, Saka, Odegaard, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, Declan Rice and Kai Havertz are all fit, they're all available, and they're making a big impact on that team because of their availability. Quite amazing that Kai Havertz has been such a key part of that. And you can see from this one as well, Ellie, the heat map for Kai Havertz in the Premier League this season. He's been playing as a false 9, but you can see he's there in that central area. He can also play out on the left-hand side or the right, but you can see the work rate, the energy, the fact that he's getting around the pitch, the front press, the way he plays for the team, everything he gives to that Arsenal side this season is making a huge difference. And you can also see as well the defensive responsibility down the left-hand side, which is not something you'd always see from a number 9, but he offers Mikel Arteta so much with his energy and work rate, and he is making a big difference to that Arsenal side as well. So after the game, no surprise, Mikel Arteta talked up the performance of his talisman. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, he was unbelievable in all departments, and obviously when you put for a 9 to score 2 goals the way he scored, his contribution was great, and yeah, a question for him, but I'm sure he's very, very pleased. He doesn't know if his revenge is. Football normally brings you another opportunity. We took it today in the right way. Don't get carried away. Enjoy tonight and let's go back to work tomorrow.
Well, it's an incredible result for Arsenal. Their best ever against Chelsea. Mark, how good are this Arsenal team?
I think they're very good. I think there was so much talk in the build-up, not only to yesterday's game against Chelsea, but of course over the course of the weekend, the Champions League, and off the back of the defeat to Aston Villa. How strong, how mentally resilient are this Arsenal side? Can they deal with the pressures that came at this stage last season when it comes to getting over the line and winning the Premier League title? And I think we've seen in their last couple of performances, this is a very different Arsenal side, and they are mentally ready and psychologically ready, up for the challenge to try and get over the line. Let's take a look at the situation with regards to just how good, like you say, this Arsenal side are. They have the best goal difference in the Premier League of any Arsenal side. And when you compare that to some of the great teams over the years, it makes it even more remarkable. You know, Arsene Wenger's Invincibles, the title-winning sides that Arsene Wenger built, the defensively solid sides of the early 90s under George Graham. The fact that at the moment, this Arsenal team have the best goal difference shows you just how good Mikel Arteta's side are performing at the moment. And when you look at the goal difference, they're currently 15th in the complete history of the Premier League, which is, again, another remarkable achievement. Obviously, Manchester City out in front in 2017-18 with a goal difference of plus 79. However, Arsenal still have 4 games left. And if they score another 5 goals like they did last night against Chelsea, there's no saying that potentially this could be another record-breaking season, not just for Arsenal in terms of the goal difference, but maybe could there be a Premier League title at the end of it? And just one other final thing with regards to that graphic you just saw, 9 of those 14 teams went on to win the Premier League title. 9 of the 14 ahead of Arsenal in the goal difference stats. So yeah, Mikel Arteta, Arsenal fans waking up with a big smile on their faces know that that's a huge step forward, and it's now over to Liverpool and Manchester City. How do they respond?
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, definitely giving the Arsenal fans something to celebrate.